Yeah, so this is where Guilty Spark tells you he's pretty sure that the other species, i.e. the Covenant, was the one who accidentally released the flood. Mainly because, you know, you put a lock on a door and when people want to know what's behind the door, they don't ask, why was it locked? They just say, oh, well, I should be able to get in there. Do whatever the hell it is. Yeah, I was pretty sure that guy had a shotgun. I was right. Guilty Spark. These guys with the little sentinels definitely make this a little bit more tolerable because instead of every flood in the universe coming after me, they actually can target other guys, distract them for me, and kill some of them for me. I don't feel super overwhelmed. You know, it was very popular back in the day to have, you know, your first person shooter be just you versus the world. You're gonna do that thing where you're gonna take on the whole German army, or you're gonna take on the whole whatever universe. It's gonna be you, your trusty gun beside you, and you're gonna kill a million things. But at the same time, it's like, okay, that's nice and all, but if these guys have any amount of accuracy, I am toasted. Oh, the monitor to the index. It's, you know, inferring that the index is right behind this door, not a whole nother floor up. So what Guilty Spark says there is actually kind of interesting in the whole plot of Halo, which is he's talking about the last outbreak and the need for a mass sterilization. And the people who were previously on the Halo decided to preserve the species, which may have been an error. Let me tell you what,
Why, naturally, the flood is simply too dangerous to release, and mass sterilization.
not 100% sure why you would keep any amount of flood around. I mean, I understand this concept of like, oh, well, you know, we used to have saber-toothed tigers and woolly mammoths roam the earth. Now they're extinct. Isn't that a terrible thing? At the same time, it's like, I would not want to be dealing with any sort of woolly mammoth, saber-toothed tiger, you know. Like to pretend in a way that I'm a bit of a bleeding heart liberal, but boy, when it comes to self-preservation, I am not. You know, obviously I don't want to see the world get wiped out in nuclear fire by any stretch of the imagination, but a certain amount of like, I'd like to see tomorrow morning and the morning after that, and anything that stands in my way of doing that is kind of needs to be eliminated. Kind of get that. Also, I kind of glossed right over the fact that I passed one guy that was just shooting me with rockets. Like, again, where'd you get the rockets, honey? Why couldn't I find them? You know, why do you have to have them? Especially because it's like, okay, let's give the benefit of the doubt to the flood and say that at this point you don't know they're a hive mind, but we know in later games that they're a hive mind, so that's where their intelligence comes from. But I don't know, man, you're barely holding that thing up right to begin with, and the fact that you're able to shoot the stupid thing.
Their survival as a race was dependent upon it. I am grateful to see that some of them survived to reproduce.
So in one breath he says he thinks that mass sterilization would have been the correct answer, and then he takes pride in knowing that his installation helped to allow the people known as the Forerunners to study the flood.
That's a good idea. Oh, hello.
Yep. I am a genius. Trying to preserve my health at this point. I mean, the shields I don't really care about. If these guys want to run into my shields and die, that's fine, but... Let's go! So we're getting close to the end now. He's actually gonna lock me in here with a bunch of guys, which is obnoxious. But this, of all of the quote-unquote bomb jumps, this is supposedly the easiest one to get through. Oh no, I'm sorry, he locked me in here. What an ass. And see by standing out in the open, not a smart strategy. Hitting yourself in the corner is also a terrible strategy. I somehow survived that. Not sure I'm gonna survive long term here, but I did survive that initial hit. Nope, died.
I will deactivate the security lock.
I will deactivate the security wall. Please wait here while a swarm of probably about 100 of those guys come flooding in. Not even counting these little fuckers. The door's just opening now. I probably killed, I want to say ballpark number, I probably killed 60 or so plus enemies. At least 60 enemies. Maybe as close as 100. I don't know. Probably not that many, but I mean, obviously when I throw a grenade and guys come rushing at me, I don't know if I killed them or if they stay dead from the grenade attack. So, but I want to say probably I counted probably about at least 50 because they were coming in groups of 3. There was at least 10 or 20 waves of those guys.
Please stay close. Time is short.
Oh, I mean short. Yeah, we're kind of getting close to the end now. I appreciate that they got these little guys helping me out. Alright, we're getting close. Just up this elevator one last time, and then we'll shoot back across the area again, and then that'll take us to the 4th floor. Tools, guns, keys to super weapons. This is the last stretch on this level, so it's probably going to be about another 10-15 minutes, depending if I die a lot. I'm more or less dead. Yeah, this fucking shotgun holds up to 12 shotgun shells. I'm pretty sure that in Halo 2 and 3 it carries probably no more than 9. So if I had to take a guess without knowing, I would say probably closer to 6. Definitely slower to reload. Those guys do take a ton of rifle ammo. I remember one time I was down here and some of the pus bags came up to hit me. I saw them far enough away. I'm like, I know what I'll do. I'll throw a grenade. And I threw a grenade at them. And the one behind it exploded, shooting the one in front of it forward towards me. And then that fucker blew up right at my feet and I died. I was like, that's embarrassing. Excuse me. Luckily that door didn't take nearly as long as I remember it taking. So we're gonna just shoot through the door, I think, here in a sec. Die. Oh, you can see the little fucking pus bags coming up. Great. should be good right now. Stop it.
The Flood are already hard at work repairing your vessel. Yes. The Flood's intelligence.
The Flood are trying to do what the Flood do, which is get off the Halo ring. Because as I said before, despite the fact that they're kind of like a zombie creature, they're probably closer to a hive mind. Insofar as their primary goal right now, not individually, but as a group, a species, whatever you want to call them, is to figure a way off Halo, which is primarily would be either using a Covenant ship that's in orbit or repairing the Pillar of Autumn, using that to escape. The all-important triangle of direction. Triangle tells me which way to go. And when we repeat an area later on in the game, I will know that the triangle of direction is actually backwards. Because respawns aren't exactly 1-for-1 when you die. Sometimes I get confused as to where exactly I am. Like, oh, there you are.
Already hard at work repairing your vessel. Its parasitic nature belies the Flood's intelligence.
Yeah, exactly. Parasitic nature of the beast doesn't, it undermines the fact that it's also hyper intelligent. Open the door. Yeah, they jump right through the hole. I love it. In legendary mode, a lot of the guys with the rockets spawn, which makes it very difficult to get past this area. Not possible, obviously, because you can long range them. But they, despite what Guilty Spark says, these guys have no self-preservation instinct at all. They very much are like, point of the game is to kill Master Chief. Okay, I am not interested in surviving. Let me shoot him at point blank range with a rocket launcher. Going in full. Do that little area where Guilty Spark is. That's where we want to get to. And while you may be able to rush your way in there, more than likely you're just going to die. You need to clean this area up at least first, so that you can make your way towards Guilty Spark. Alright, that should be enough. So they spawn in. I don't care though, as long as I get across the bridge here. Cutscene. Yay, cutscene!
The energy barrier surrounding the index will deactivate when we reach the ground floor. You may now retrieve the index.
Alright, I'm gonna cut the episode after this, and then when we come back, we'll do the beginning of the next level, which starts out with a cutscene.
Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation. The flood is spreading. We must hurry.